Huh?
Hello, everyone. It's oh my, what is she doing up there? I did. I'm so sorry. I didn't expect Sally to be up there. I wasn't looking at my screen at all. Hi, guys. It's Artfight season. That's right. Me and Yowie Sally are here to draw. We're gonna be drawing. And yes, if you saw the titles for today's stream, I am insane. Thank you. Thank you. I am in fact insane for this one. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. But first, let me say hello to everyone. Welcome on. Why is Yowie she's here to greet you all. Yowie Sally is here to greet you all. Let me Oh, I thought that would make her more visible, but no, that actually gets rid of her. You are in fact insane. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit insane. Okay. Oh my god, drawing. How did you even decide you would do that? You know, I just it just comes to me sometimes. You know, it just comes to me sometimes. Oh, there's Glorp. Glorp just got shy. Glorp is back. Okay, let's see who's here today. First was Flam! Oh my god, Flam got first! Congratulations, Flam. Welcome on in. Hello, Burntrap, aka William Afton. First of all, long ass name. Second of all, welcome on in. Thank you for the follow as well. We've also got Cursed One. We've got Time Naturals. Hello. We've got Starshine. I'm in Your Walls. We've got, oh my god, so many bitches in here. Hello. Kenna's in here. Chrome is in here. Hello. Bear is here. Loki Frost is here. Hi, everyone. Welcome on in. Someone get Owl over here. Like, genuinely. We have almost all of my mods are here. Hello, everyone. Welcome on in. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. I'm going to be working on an Artfight attack today. It's going to be a mass attack. It's going to be a mass attack. And it's yeah, I've already sketched it out. I wanted to do the sketching before stream just to make sure that I liked what I was working with. But I've decided, since I've been incredibly X-Men brain rotted for a while now, but mostly the past couple of weeks, I'm very excited. Also, the next season of X-Men 97 just came out yesterday, so I'm very much in a brain rot mood. I'm Kenna. So my Mass Attack is X-Men themed. I've gone through Artfight. Somehow it wasn't down for me, so big shout out to Artfight for not dying while I was on the website. And I picked out a bunch of X-Men OCs. Mostly these were just picked by going through the X-Men tag on Artfight. I got like 3 ads about the X-Men season 2. Oh my god. Chrome and I watched the first 3 episodes. I'm not gonna say anything about it. But what was I saying? Oh, right. I picked these guys out of the X-Men tag. Mostly just looking for people that I thought would be really good for this piece. Dude, I got stuck in the wait line for like 7 hours! Or like 1 last night. I got stuck in the waiting line this morning for like a minute, I think. But other than that, Artfight has been relatively letting me in. Excuse me. I have to pause while I wait for the pipe to spawn in. There we go. There's my pipe. There we go. I don't know why it takes a while the first time, but it's like it forgets what the metal pipe is. Why did my friend just gift me Coconut Sim 1 and 2? Actually, dude, can we have a Coconut Sim stream? Maybe one day I'll have some kind of follower goal or something that's Coconut Sim stream. The world's most boring game. And a person with ADHD playing Coconut Simulator. Right. Right. How long could I last? Ooh. Kim got a good vibe check and then farted. So I see that's how you feel about that. Where did the Yowie Sally go? Somebody redeemed friend hat before stream started. And so it was just there when I joined in. Oh my god, no fucking way! No way it's... What the fuck? She's haunting me! She's haunting me! I think the funniest thing is that this Sally came from an Artfight attack. This Sally came from an Artfight attack from Kenna. I cannot believe that she came back to say hello. Oh my god. Greetings from Anthrocon. Hi, Liz! Hi, Liz! Say hi to everyone for me, okay? Oh my god, so many of my friends are out at Anthrocon. Shout out to all the bitches at Anthrocon. Congratulations for being at Anthrocon. I drew Yowie Sally. Yeah, the person that has cursed us with Yowie Sally was actually Kenna's _clowning. Yep, that's the mastermind behind this beautiful piece of artwork. Truly a god among clowns. Literally. Literally, yeah. Oh my god. I love it so much. Kenna pinned it immediately. Immediate pinning from Kenna. Thank you, Starshine. You know, Starshine's always right, so what can I say? I can't even deny it, because Starshine is always right. I miss you too. Mwah! Mwah! Sky also says hi. Hi, Sky! Hi! Hi, Sky! And I think Owl's there too, so hi, Owl, and someone else is there. One of my other friends is there. Say hi to them as well. Liz, where is my dog? Liz, where the fuck is my dog? Everyone else is picking up tacos for dinner. Ooh! Brando, yes! Say hi to Brambus for me as well. I'm just stalling right now, but we will get to the drawing screen in half a second here. I took a shower right before stream, so I had to brush and braid my hair and all that shit. Oh!
Yes, coconut stream. Oh no, I am going to cocoa my nuts. Nuts is nuts and bolts, you dirty-minded dreamer. Anyways, on a different note, guys, eyes.
Okay. When they get back, I will. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Please. Please say hello to them when they get back. Alright, let me go ahead and pull up my drawing tablet. That's right, for drawing, if you will. And let's go ahead and head over to the gaming screen, but first let me make sure everything's set up over there so I don't randomly show something I'm not supposed to. Shh. Shh. Okay, Clip Studio Paint. That's not Clip Studio Paint. That is my Spotify account. Hey, OBS, that's not Clip Studio Paint. That is in fact my Yeah, that's still Spotify? That's still Spotify. Okay. No, that's fine. We'll just do it this way. I don't know why it's not going and streaming my Clip Studio properly. Okay. Hold on a minute. That might be it. Was it that? Okay. You know what? We're just gonna go over there and you guys can watch me struggle. Okay. Alright. Let me figure out where the fuck it went. Nope, that's my Spotify. It's still Spotify. That's still Spotify. Yep. There it is. Okay, we finally found it. This is the sketch for the Artfight attack that I'm going to be doing. That's right. All of this. So we've got about 15 people. Roughly 15 characters in total on this piece. I drew this sentinel in the middle earlier today. Here's the sketches for that. Actually, I had like 6 other sketches, but I deleted them all. So there's that one. So I did the sentinel earlier today, and then I went through and I did some rough sketches for all of the characters that I'm going to include, and I even have all of them here. It looks like I'm on a hit list over here, but I was just marking off and making sure that I got all of them. So let's just take a quick look at all of these awesome OCs that I'm going to be drawing. We've got Echo, I think this one's name is, and she's like a bat character, very cool. We've got Omen, who's like a Catholic crow
I miss
mutant.
you, I miss you, I miss you, I miss you, I miss you.
I miss you too! Hi! Mwah, mwah, mwah. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're having fun. My dog! Oh my god, your dog is here. We've got Raptor, who's this like bird mutant, very fun, and they are dropping this mutant, Orson, onto the top of it. That's these two up here. So that's them and them. And he's like middle of turning into a bear. They can turn into a bear. I am biased towards this one because of my good friend Bear. Yes. Whoa, it's getting freaky in chat. Then we've got the centipede. The centipede guy, very fun. We've got an old man. I had to find one old man to include in this picture, and so we've got this guy, Emerus Everhart. Beautiful. One beautiful old man. Then we've got Shiver and this guy right here. I don't remember his name. I would have to go look up all their profiles. I have them all saved and stuff, but these two are like, I guess their creators are probably friends or something, and their characters are associated with each other. So I made sure that they are, in fact, together on this picture. Very fun. Then we've got this guy in the middle here, who I very obviously am biased to because his name is Toby Newt. Hello? You're in!
You should know, you are the entire Anthrocon room's entertainment right now.
Hi, Anthrocon! Hi, Anthrocon squad! I love you guys, and I miss you. And, I hope you guys are having a good time at Anthrocon and staying safe. Mostly staying safe. We've also got this glowy blue lady. She's so pretty, so I had to include her. Nightlight. So cool. I love the sparkly blue bioluminescence. So fun. Then we have this Catalyst, and underneath Catalyst here we have Maniac. Then we've got this mushroom guy made by someone named like Graphite the Owl or something like that. So we've got that going as well. This one's one of my favorites. I'm like kind of obsessed with this character design. This is Psychonaut. I have a huge thing for like 60s mod fashion. I have a huge bias for it, so obviously I'm biased here. And then we've got this mutant over here, who also controls like spores and mycelium and stuff. So I thought it'd be really fun to include these two together. I think that's really fun and cool. And I think that's everyone. I think that's all the ones that I wanted to include. So yeah. Essentially, I'm just going to kind of go one by one through the characters and draw them as I go. To keep myself sane. Dreamy_base. Biased. Yeah, I'm also very biased. I will have you know, I originally had about 30 characters. There were a total of 30 characters that I wanted to draw, but I had to narrow it down to like 15. So I had to get rid of about half of them, unfortunately. Okay. Jesus, Newt. What? I like X-Men OCs. See, this is the problem, is that I love OCs. I love OCs a lot. So I had to be very strict going through all of the ones. Yeah, Chrome helped me whittle it down a lot. I specifically narrowed it down to people who had more than one drawing of their character on their Artfight page and a full body ref. So if they didn't have a full body ref or like all of their character, or they like didn't have any information on them, I usually kind of skipped it. Not because I didn't think their characters were awesome.
I think you like X-Men.
What? Who told you that? Who told you that? Take it back. So the next question is, where do I want to start on this picture? I think I'm going to start up here and just kind of do it in the order that I originally drew all these people in. X-Men, more like Yes Men. That's also Owl. Owl when he see hot man. Yes Men. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Alright. Let me pull up. And we'll put our references over here. So this is our first victim. This is Raptor. Very cute. Newt likes poop? Excuse me. How dare you? How dare you insinuate such a thing? Okay, I'm just gonna make a new folder here. I guess I should probably do a little bit of a sketch first. Are they wrong though? Yeah, I think they are. Tickler Bungus. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in to Tickler Bungus. Let's see here. Let's make sure I'm not...
Damn, I guess my next nude commission needs to be to help me turn my sauna into an X-Men character, lol.
Feel free! Dude, I love character design. I love to design characters for people. Why is my tablet glitching? Hold on, guys. I gotta unplug and replug in my tablet. I don't know why this works, but, you know, turn it off and turn it back on again. The old classic. It was literally working earlier today. Oh, and now my mouse doesn't work. That's cool. That's awesome. Why doesn't my mouse work? Hello? Okay. Oh, my mouse is back.
Sorry, my bad. I like to chew on your tablet wire.
I knew it was Owl. I knew it was this guy. I'm a little worried. The one thing that I am worried about with this piece is that everyone's going to be too small. I am a little worried about it being, like, every character is going to be, like, a little bit too small. I feel like I could make the Sentinel, like, I could make everything bigger. But also this canvas is huge. This canvas somehow ended up being, let's see here, pixel-wise, it's about 3,000 by 6,000. So it's actually not too crazy. But roughly 3,000 by 6,000 on this canvas. Your mom's gay. Oh my god. Shout out to all the gay moms in the chat. Scale up the piece tenfold. That's right. 3,000 by 6,000, not too crazy, girl. Well, you know, I guess, you know, to be fair, when I make, like, VTuber models, they're about that big. They're about that big. Harder? Better? Faster? Stronger? With the X-Men, yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna make duplicates of this original page so I don't mess anything up if I resize everything, but I'm gonna try and resize everything, essentially. I'm gonna make this bigger. And that means I get to make all of the other characters bigger as well. That reminds me of the Quandale Dingus meme. Oh my god. Throwback. So this guy was in the hand up here. There we go. We're gonna go through and resize all of these individually. Is that a lot of work? Yes. However, I think that's what I need to do. This is Ectoplasma over here. I think Ectoplasma I'm not even gonna resize. She might be cut out. She might have to be cut out of this picture. I'm gonna be so real. Sorry, Ectoplasma. I love you. This guy's shooting his dick now. Shoot that sentinel in the dick. 15 plus! Hi. Hi. I have problems of the mind. I haven't even gotten my first attack yet. Yeah. This is my first attack. To be fair, this is the first attack I've done. I didn't do anything yesterday. I played Final Fantasy XIV all day yesterday. I didn't do anything else. I'm gonna be so real. That's all I did yesterday was play Final Fantasy XIV. But I'm all cut up on my stories, so, you know, there's that.
Gawk 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 gawk.
Right. Yeah. Shoot him right there in the gawk. That's what Owl said, not me. I didn't say that. I mean, like this, I mean, should I let characters get cropped slightly on the edge of the screen? Probably not. I guess he can swing this way a little bit more. He's not gonna be shooting him in the dick
Boogie
anymore,
bungy
though.
boingy bongy.
Yeah. And, like, I've been saying this. Are you alright? No, but we won't get into that here. Yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. I have therapy tomorrow. We'll talk about it with my therapist. It's fine. There we go. We can put these guys down here. And then she's kind of in the foreground, so she can be just a little bit bigger. She can kind of just stay where she is. Then we've got this guy. He can become a little bit bigger. And go back up here. And then this is kind of where we start to run into some issues. Because, like, I could put him more here and maybe put him just, like, a little bit more in front of this hand. And then that would mean that this is no longer going to be shot there because he would be shooting someone else, but kind of going this way. That should be fine, right? Me? Gongaga. Where's this guy gonna be? Gongaga. We could put this bat lady somewhere flying through the legs. We could put her somewhere else, but see, this is the problem we run into once we get a little bit too big, is we start running into issues of where the fuck is everyone gonna go? You know? Like, we have a lot of these characters in the foreground, in the background, all of this stuff, and they're gonna start overlapping a little bit too much. And that's why I kind of kept everything really small. So I don't know if this is necessarily gonna work this way. I don't think... Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go back to the previous version. This version. Yeah. I think it's just gonna work out best that way. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Fine. I'll leave it. Okay. Now we're gonna go in and sketch out this character a little bit more. And maybe not use the same exact color. Let's get a new color in here for this sketch. So this character is carrying the other like bear shifter into battle. So I think their goggles are going to be down because it just makes sense. They're flying, you know? So they're going to have sort of these goggles on here. My heart is too big, 15 plus SMHH. Pat King. I had plans from the beginning this year to go a little ham on Artfight. Because I have all the free time in the world this year. I don't have a job right now. And my commission queue is empty. So I basically have so much room just to draw Artfight attacks. And that's really exciting for me because I love doing Artfight and I love drawing people's OCs. Dude, OC time. It's literally the Newt gets to draw everyone's OC's time. And it's my favorite thing in the world. To draw 15 characters for a single attack? Yeah. Yeah. Some Newt lore. I used to draw character lineups a lot. That used to be like one of my hobbies, is just drawing character lineups. So I have drawn like lots of characters on the same canvas before. So I'm not like, I know I can do it. This is me staying within my reach, actually. This is me kind of actually working within what I feel comfortable doing. Would I add more if I could? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would actually. But I think after a certain point it would become completely unreadable. And then it wouldn't be good. But, you know, I can always just make another one. I can do a second one. We're on the second day of Artfight. I have all the time in the fucking world. I could draw a whole other one of these. So this character is relatively scrawny on the top and then bigger on the legs, which makes sense. They've got big old birdie legs. So they're kind of in the middle of releasing this guy here. So he's got like one leg up, and then their shorts kind of end here. And I guess today I can show you guys a lot of ways that I streamline stuff to make it a little bit easier for me to draw this many characters on the same canvas. So, you know, just in case you ever feel like drawing 15 characters on the same canvas. Which actually, it becomes very easy when you use Clip Studio, because they have a lot of ways to streamline. That's kind of one of the big benefits of Clip Studio Paint is the streamlining ability. They have a lot of shortcuts, a lot of tools that can help you. I'm actually not probably going to be using many of them, besides a lot of the like coloring stuff. Make the coloring process easier. Did I mention this is going to be colored? Yeah. This is going to be colored. Probably fully colored, to be honest. I'm in a mood. So we've got, looks like they've got 3 toes in the front, 1 toe in the back. Despite being named Raptor. Interesting. There we go. You're insane. Yay! Welcome to Newt being insane. Yeah, I figured this was a good thing for me to stream. Just to kind of show the kind of person I am during Artfight. Actually, it looks like their shorts might be a little bit longer. There we go. Yeah, that actually looks better. And then we've got the other side here. Also, for anyone wondering, the playlist for today is my X-Men OC's playlist. She's got problems with the brain for sure, so that's fun. And then we've got this foot down here. And it's gonna be like kind of like up because they've just let go. Like that. I'm kind of just drawing these like I would draw a hand, but with less. Yeah, that should be fine. And then kind of twisting with the effort of like just releasing someone. Oh, they've got claws on their hands too. Oh, that's so cute. They have 3 or 4 fingers. 4 fingers, okay. So they're got their hand like this, glove like that. And then this other arm is kind of trying to figure out where I want this to be. I think I want the hand to be about here. There's our fist. And then about like that. Actually, let's bring this a little bit. Probably about there. Yeah. It sort of reminds me of those trends where people would suggest things in people's comments to attack one big bad. I don't know. I don't know if I heard of that kind of thing before, but it does sound very fun, to be honest. That sounds really fun. Yeah, I'll do a fist. And we'll do a fist and then we will blow up. There we go. This is looking good. This is looking good. Oh, they've got like feathers going down on the side here. That's so fun. Okay. Love that. I like that. Draw that in a little bit, and then we've got the shoulders on top have a little bit of feathering too. And then don't want to forget the cool sideburns. There we go. And they have a tail. So let's draw the tail kind of down like this, because it's like they just came to a big stop in the sky. So birds do use their tails as rudders. So kind of like that. And then they've got big swooping wings like this. Kind of like that. I feel like this wing would be in a slightly different position. Kind of coming out more like here. There we go. That's better. Is the bald broken? No, the bald should be working. Did I not go? Did someone redeem bald? No. We're fine. We're okay. It's okay, guys. I can go bald. It's alright.
When will you wear wigs?
And I am bald. I kind of brought that upon myself, I suppose. That's on me. There we go. Just trying to figure out proportionally, because if you think about the wings like coming out from the shoulder blades, this one would be slightly behind the body. And then we've got sort of the like primary, secondary feathers. And then feathers. And we'll flesh out all that with line art. There we go. I do love drawing wings, so Oh, the horns and glass of Deem are off? Oh, shit. Okay, let me get that. Oh, probably because from when I was Snail. It's from when I was Snail. There we go. Now they should be on. They should be back on now. Hi, Bald. I'm tired. Bro, me too. Me too, bro. Oh. Don't worry. Don't worry, I don't need to see. Or... Huh? Where am I? Oh my god, my drink today is so fucking good, you guys. Let me just stir it real quick. A little ASMR for y'all. Ugh. It's a mixture of sparkling water, strawberry guava mojito mix, and regular mojito mix. Dude, I love a mojito, but I hate alcohol. And this is why I make my delicious waters. There we go. Okay. That's good enough with my sketch. And that took not that long, right? Yeah. Have you tried just sketching faster? It's years of practice. It's not, I'm not naturally good at this. These original pose sketches are what took me the longest, which is why I didn't stream those. Because it genuinely would have been the entire stream. See what I mean? Like, I feel like these characters are so small on this canvas. I mean, you can still see them. Let me do a little test real quick. If I crop this character, how big is that? Canvas size. It's 4x4. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I typically work in an 8x11 canvas. I usually just work in straight up paper size. So there's a lot of more choice that goes into sketching, like placement and poses. I get it. It's honestly the hardest part of any drawing process, to me at least, is the sketching bit. It can be easy, you can make it easy, but it can be really hard if you're trying to find something unique, you know? Like if you're going for a very unique pose, a very unique something that you haven't done before, something that you don't have a good reference for, it can be really difficult. And I wanted to find like a good reference photo for the Sentinel, but I couldn't find one, so I did have to kind of pull that one out of my ass, unfortunately. Thankfully, I knew from the beginning that I did not want to draw the Sentinel fully, because this is not about him. Bitch, this isn't about you. So we are not drawing the Sentinel fully. We are just leaving him like that. Trying to draw their goggles here. Don't want them to like get wind in their eyes, you know? That would be bad. Even though, I mean, I guess technically if they have raptor physique, they don't really need them because birds of prey have special eyes. Their third eyelids and shit. But the one we got was really good. Yeah, Chrome was there. I was spending so long trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the pose of this thing. I'm not even kidding, we went through like so many poses. And I say we because Chrome was helping me try and figure out a pose. And I think we came up with a really good one. Alright, there we go. And I want it to look a little bit like their hair is being pushed back by the wind here. So it's a little bit it's not like the perfect circle it is here. It's a little bit like action, you know, there's action to it. There's action to everything that I'm drawing today. I wanted everyone to be in sick-ass action poses because that's fun. What's more fun than a bunch of sick-ass action poses? Nothing, that's what. Another weird corporate American thing I learned recently, you guys print things primarily on letter size paper, whereas us in Europe we primarily on A4 unless specified otherwise. Yeah, it's pretty much just letter paper here. Like the 8.5 by 11 is pretty much the only paper that people tend to use here. Yeah. Also, faxing isn't a big thing here anymore. I feel like every time someone needs to fax something, I'm like, what do you mean you fax it? Huh? People still do that? Is that allowed? They've got that, and then they've got like a little chin strap here. Like that, and then we go into the neck. And I'm making these kind of darker areas, the line art a little bit stronger to help kind of separate it from everything. There we go. Yeah. Okay. I find the idea of faxing this humorous, but at the same time my mom swears by it. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I've heard in Japan, faxing is like the thing to do. Like people fax everything over there still. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean y'all still fax? Why are we faxing? I can't talk here, email me. Like shit. Yellow. So this is gonna have a little stripe here. And then we go into the top here, which is just kind of a halter top. Actually, it goes a lot lower than I thought it did. So it's gonna go kind of down here. Oh man, it's actually right above the belt. Okay. There we go. That's better. And then the fastening here, probably like a zipper or something. And then the little lines on the suit here. Some creases, some folds, etc., etc. Nothing too crazy. I think we'll just keep it to this. Yeah, that's better. Okay. I don't want it to get too complicated because, again, we are so zoomed out of all of these characters. We don't need to go super crazy with it. I say as I'm the one who's drawing all of these characters. We don't need to get too crazy. Right, because drawing all of them in the first place isn't crazy. Crazy? Me? No, 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 no. Fluffy birdie armpits. Like that, I guess. And then kind of smooth on the other side. There we go. Yeah. I think proportionally, these should be a little bit, yeah, like that. To kind of blend into the armpit here a little bit more. And then gloves, they're kind of like falconer's gloves. I love that. And like that. Tassel, I guess, would be going this way. Oh. Oh, I'm going with the breeze here. I guess literally I'm trying to go with the breeze. I miss Addie. I miss Addie. I don't think I've ever seen a fax machine IRL. I was born a little bit too late for them to be big still. Yeah, I definitely, I'm old enough to have seen them when they were still kind of like used a little bit more prevalently. But also, I've just been in places where they just have not quite modernized yet. Like even into the 2020s where they're just like, yeah, we have a fax machine. Why? Because we have one. And like, what if, you know, like what if someone needs to fax something to us? And it's like, okay, when was the last time you used that? Never? Right. Right. That's exactly what I thought you would say. We got some sick ass talons. And then this back part of the hand is just going to kind of be simplified into that. Just for the sake of my sanity. Again, we have to take some shortcuts here and there. There we go. There's one glove. Now we need the second one over on this side. There we go. And then the fluff coming down from the armpit. It was very fun, I have to say, looking through the X-Men tag on Artfight and seeing like everyone's cute little X-Men OCs. Very cute, very adorable. Very funny to see who people ship their characters with. Because I will say about 50% of them are probably Nightcrawler. There's a lot of Nightcrawler, which, hey, don't get me wrong, I fucking love Nightcrawler, so I get it. But it's very fun to see people who have, like, very rare picks for their ships. I saw one that was, like, shipped with Toad. Incredible pull. I think that was probably one of the best ones. There was another one who was shipped with Apocalypse of all characters. Crazy pull. Incredible. I just realized this probably should be on the other side of the glove, so I'm just gonna completely erase that. We'll just put that here. There we go. And then here. There we go. But yeah, a lot of Nightcrawler, a lot of Wolverine. Again, both very, very obvious picks. Not in like a bad way, obviously. I love watching people ships. They're just talking about Addie in chat now. Oh wait, it would be like this, I think. I'm trying to rotate this glove in my mind. Rotating glove in mind. Beep boop 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 beep boop boop beep boop boop beep. Beep boop 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 beep boop beep boop boop beep boop boop. Like that, I think. Who would y'all ship with? If you guys were in the X-Men universe, or I guess Marvel in general, I'll accept Marvel in general. Who would you guys ship yourselves with? What's your self ship in the Marvel universe? I'm not a big self shipper, so I guess I don't really have an answer for myself, unfortunately. There's too many good answers. I do love Nightcrawler, but I am not a religious man. Thor and Wolverine. Ooh, incredible picks. Very good picks. I mean, Wolverine is such a good answer. He's so everything. He is truly everything ever. I have no idea. Also super fair. That's so real. I don't know if I have any idea. I'm the one who said it. And I'm like, oh. Because a lot of my favorite characters I would not see myself in a relationship with. Like, I love Morph from the X-Men universe, especially X-Men 97. Love Morph. Morph is one of my favorite characters. Would I date Morph? God, no. Are you crazy? Absolutely not. He seems terrible to date. Sorry, but I've had a slight crush on attraction to Thor ever since I saw him in the movies. I get it. No, I get it. Especially with more of a dad bod, I was literally gonna say he's a big, big man. And that's kind of beautiful. I would thruple up with Rogan Gambit. I was gonna bring up the thruple Rogan Gambit idea. I feel like that's another really good answer. And again, I love Magneto, but no. No, I don't think so. I would not date Magneto. For many a reason. I love Emma Frost, but no. You know, like shit. We have to pick? Pass me around the X-Mansion like Wolverine. Hey, listen, I never said that you had to pick. So, you know, maybe the solution is just to say, porque no los everyone. You know? Some of these characters just have so many red flags, man. Yup. Or they have so many issues that they aren't fair to either me or them to date. Like, get therapy. Genuinely. And as someone who often ends up the therapist, I listen, man. Go get therapy. Here's my new X-Men OC. They're a therapist. My X-Men therapist character. That would actually be pretty fun. Maybe I'll do that one day. There we go. I did also find one that was shipped with Angel, which made me very happy. Because Angel is one of my favorite characters in X-Men. So I was happy to see another Angel appreciator. He does not get appreciation. Here's my X-Men OC. Therapist, empath, and truth teller. They know exactly how you feel and you can't lie to them. Ooh, interesting. The addition of like being unable to lie to your therapist. Kind of crazy. Extreme therapy, quite frankly. There is no discomfort here. You will tell me your problems. There's nothing you can do about it. I don't like this toe over here. I think I'm just gonna continue it like this. No, I don't like it like that either. I need it to look more like they're equidistant apart from each other, so I think I'll do this. And then something like that. Like there. No, I don't like that either. Okay, you know what? We're just going back to square one and doing the one that I kind of didn't like, but only kind of. Like that. Like, it doesn't really look right, but whatever. I don't like this toe over here with no context is hilarious. Oh my god. Guys, dude, I can't get away from the fucking feet allegations either. The other day, I was playing, yesterday, I was playing Final Fantasy XIV, and there was this, like, big boss character, right? And I was like, oh my god, this big boss is so sexy. So I put my character right next to him, and then I was like, well, I shouldn't really send anyone like a picture of the full boss just in case they consider it like spoilers, right? So I'll just take a picture of like how big his like feet are compared to my character. The character is barefoot. So it just looks really bad when I'm like sending a picture of Mira next to giant feet. Dogs out. Hold on, I will show you. I did take a screenshot. Just Mira next to giant, literally giant feet. And I'm just like, I can't send this to anyone. Because I'm like, I just want a size comparison, you know? But I can't get one because the size comparison that I can get is Mira next to bare-ass feet. Enough! I can't beat the fucking allegations. So I sent it to Tona and I was just like, I know this looks bad for me, but I have to make the joke. All I wanted to say was how big is too big. But instead I had to make a feet joke. I'm trapped. I'm trapped in this beautiful, terrible world. Hell. Why size comparison next to feet? Because I couldn't reach the rest of him! He's big! I can't fly! It wasn't in an area where I could fly, so I couldn't, like, fly up next to his head or anything like that. So I did take a full-size screenshot of, like, the full body and everything, but again, I didn't want to send it in case people were like, oh, I don't want to see characters from late game, you know, because I'm at level 100. So a lot of my friends are a little bit behind me. And like, it's not even technically that spoilery of a character. It's literally a boss character, and they don't usually have any spoilers in them because they're usually just characters from other Final Fantasy games. And I think that's what this guy is, but I can never tell because I haven't played any other Final Fantasy games. I did buy a couple, though. I bought a couple of Final Fantasy games on the latest, not Steam sale, but it was a Steam sale for Final Fantasy games. I purchased, let's see here. We've got Final Fantasy 16. Right, is that 16? 15? No, 16. 16 Final Fantasy 7 Remake Intergrade. Hilarious. And then Final Fantasy 10 line 10-2. Right. So I bought those three while they were on sale because I've been wanting to play 16 because Yoshi P worked on 16 and Yoshi P is the director of Final Fantasy 14. So obviously I wanted to check that out. I love Yoshi P. And also I got 7 and 10 because I feel like those are kind of the popular ones. Like, those are kind of what I see the most whenever I see Final Fantasy content, are those two. And then if I like it, maybe I'll dig my toes into the other Final Fantasy games, but that's kind of it for now. And I was gonna eventually do a poll to see if you guys wanted to watch some Final Fantasy not 14 content. Because I know 7 might be a fun one to play on stream. It was so hard to figure out what games to get, though, because they're all named, you know, just the numbers. They just have number names. And so I was asking my friend who knows more about Final Fantasy than me, I was like, hey, which one should I get? And of course, 7 is a remake of 7, obviously. But the remake isn't just called, like, remake, it's called Remake Intergrade. Why is it called Remake Intergrade? I don't know. But I was like, is it this one? Because there's also, like, another tie-in game for 7 that's, like, I guess, DLC content for the 7 Intergrade remake. I did not get that. I didn't get the DLC and stuff. I know a lot of Final Fantasy games are turn-based, and I'm not like a huge turn-based fan. Thank you, Glorps. Glorps, we're really in it now. I'm not a huge turn-based guy, so I didn't want to like get a bunch of games and then not like them. I am realizing now that I could return them because of Steam. But regardless, yeah. I wasn't sure if I was going to enjoy them or not, but I wanted to get a couple of them just for the history of it all and because I like Final Fantasy XIV so much. But yeah, maybe I'll play those on stream one day. I know 7 is the one with Cloud Strife in it, so that's why I was like, this one at least I should get because it's popular. The other one, I know 16 is quite mature, so I don't know if I'll play that one on stream. That one might be a personal one. That one might be just for me. That one's just for me. I know that one's quite a bit more bloody and violent and curse words than the other ones. Not that I mind that kind of thing, but I don't know if audience wants to watch that kind of thing. I don't know if chat's gonna be up for that. Bird lines, bird scales, etc. There we go. Why are we glorping? Because the glorp emote actually shows up on my thing. It's really funny. I think this is like feathers up here. Is it feathers or pant? I can't tell. I think it might be pant. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll draw pant leg up to here. I think it's pant. I'm not sure. But we'll do that. And then back to scale drawing. Starting with that, and then we do the and the burp. Burp. My bird. And then a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There we go. Yeah, that's good. I think that looks fine. I'm just gonna draw the pants and a little bit of fold action going on here. Just again to keep the action of this scene going. Then we've got tail. Something like that. I want to make sure that it's still seen on the other side here. And then I'm going to draw in maybe some of these feathers. I want to keep it relatively short-handed because I don't want to I don't need to be drawing every single feather on this damn bird, you know? So we're going to kind of do this just to kind of separate it a little bit out. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. And then I think I'll make this big and separated. Just kind of separating out little chunks here and there. Just to kind of get the idea of a feathered tail. Yeah, that's probably enough. How do we feel about that? That's good enough. Yeah, I think that's good. So there's our first guy coming in. Yay! Hi, Alex Blyer. Welcome on in. How you doing today? How you doing? And then we have our upper wings, which these ones are going to be kind of the annoying ones to draw. There we go. If I can't draw these, I'm going to call myself a fake Warren fan, so I do have to get them nice and cute. There we go. I would be a fake Angel fan if I couldn't draw wings. Also, because I used to draw wings so often when I was younger, I was big on the, like, Maximum Ride type shit. Hilariously, I never read the books for Maxim Ride. I just really, really liked the graphic novel manga series that they did of Maximum Ride. Really good. Really, really good. Beautiful art. It is still Maximum Ride, unfortunately. So the story is, you know, Maximum Ride. But very influential on me as a child. With the art style and everything. I would recommend looking them up, the Maximum Ride graphic novels. I own the first 5, I think, of them. I've never really, like, wanted to get rid of them or anything. I don't really get rid of books. So I did donate a couple of old books, but that's because they were cringe compilation type shit. I don't like that. Okay. Curve, please. Thank you. Oh, I should have tried to make sure that that curve was properly lined up first, but no, that's okay. I got it. I got it, guys. It's okay. Oh, that looks broken. Okay, hold on. I got it. I got it, everyone. Guys, I got it. Guys, don't. No, nope, okay. Nope, okay. Well, I got it. That's gonna be it. That's the line. Sure. Sure. Good enough. First try. First try, by the way. First try. And then... wrong layer. And then I'll draw on the wrong layer. Great start. There we go. Just kind of following the lines that I set up earlier. Like that. And then we go. And for my next trick, I'll draw on the wrong layer. Just little artist things, you know. If you're an artist, you'll get it. You'll get it. Right, guys? You get it. You understand. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Just putting in a little bit of definition for where these wings would be. There we go. And don't forget the top part of the wing, which is going to be the worst part when it comes to coloring. I'm going to have to manually fill that in. I can't use my shortcuts. I can't use my shortcuts. That's when I blow up. When they take my shortcuts from me, that's the day I die. This side of the wings. There we go. Feathers, feathers, more feathers. Shout out to anyone who has a character with wings. Wing! Wing! Okay, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, okay. Okay, I like it. Yep, yep. Okay, we're gonna go with this. Turn off the sketch layer, set this as our reference layer, and let's get to coloring. First up, skin tone. I'm gonna be using this selection fill tool here to fill everything in. Also, I just noticed that his neck is a different color. It's like feather colors. So that's actually all the skin that we see. Now onto feathers. We've got this dark brown feather type, and that's kind of here. Come on, fill that in. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to draw in the top of the shoulders. Featherings. Kind of like that. There we go. Okay, back to this. There, and then the bottom half of here. There we go. And where else? The pant legs, which might be feathers. I'm not sure. But that's this color. So that's that. And then the tops of the wings and stuff are also this, but I think that's going to be on a separate layer. Then we've got the lighter feathers. There. Here. Oh. There we go. Fill that in. And I think that's it. There's a little bit on the neck here. There we go. Okay. So there's that. Hair would probably be good to fill in. Yep. There we go. Oh, fuck, what did I missed a piece, I guess. There we go. Much better. Making sure we get everything all selected. All filled in, I mean. Erase some of this. Okay, there we go. So there's the hair. Oh, we have a little bit more brown feathers right here on the nose. Our schnoz here. And then we're going to have the yellow of the beak and the fingers. The fingies. And the legs. All of these are that nice juicy yellow color. Bird color. There we go. Wonderful. Then we can move on to clothing, I suppose. We've got gloves. Fuck. That's fine. Gloves. Perfect. And I guess on this layer too, I'll do the super suit. There we go. And then the pants. Honey, where are my pants? Perfect. So that'll be on this layer. Then the layer above it, I'm gonna do all of the yellow details. I've been loving also seeing what people go with for their like superhero outfits, like whether or not they go for the tacky yellow color or if they go for something else. I really appreciate the amount of people that have gone for the tacky yellow. I personally love the tacky yellow and blue. If you're not in yellow and blue, are you really an X-Men? We must ask ourselves this question. So there's that, and then we'll do the sort of like darker glove color up here too. Oops. This layer. Wrong layer. Don't mind me. There we go. And we're gonna just fill in a little bit of this because I can kind of see the void behind it, and I do not want that. Okay. There we go. There we go. I love the tacky yellow and blue. Like, it's so perfect to me. Like, it is so superhero, and that's everything to me. Like, sure, the gray, red, and black is good, but what if? Yeah, like, sometimes they want to kind of tone it down and they want to go for more of a, like, black and yellow, or red and black, or gray and black. I just don't like it as much. What if it was bright yellow and bright blue? Fuck. Everyone knows that it's us who's coming. Everyone ever knows that it is in fact the X-Men who are approaching. There is no double guessing that. It is the X-Men. We are the X-Men, guys. You and me, hear me out. We are Venom. We. I want to play Marvel Rivals. I need a... Ugh, I can't breathe. Marvel Rivals. I'm the most basic white bitch. I'm not an X-Men. I don't know what you're talking about. We are Venom. We are the X-Men. Maybe the X-Men were the real friends we found along the way or something like that. I don't know. Shit. Maybe the X-Men were the real treasure we found along the way. What am I talking about? What's going on? There we go. Fill that shit in. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Yeah. Have I been avoiding doing the wings? Yeah. Yeah, I have. Thank you for asking. Okay, let's do the base color first. Way in the back here. There we go. We'll start with some of this, and then we will do layers on top of... Okay. We will do layers on top of this to get it looking a little bit better. But this should be good. Like this. And then overlay on top. Let's start with sort of the inside here. I think I'm gonna go in with one of my sketchy brushes. I don't know which one though. Maybe this. No, not you either. Next, this one. No, I want something with a little bit of grit, but not too much grit. Maybe I do go with this one. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, but whatever. It's good enough. I don't have all day. Flam, you have 7 wives and bunny ears, you're an X-Man. You know? Kinda got you there. There we go. Are the X-Men a cult? Discuss. Please discuss amongst your peers. There we go. And then I don't like that brush. What about this one? Yeah, this one will have to do. Okay. Next we're doing the stripies. I'm back from ads. Hello, Flam. Welcome back. Flam, are the X-Men a cult? Be honest. Trying to figure out how I should be doing this. No? Fair enough. What is your argument? Welcome back to school. There we go. We're just gonna do maybe like a couple different... I'm trying to think of like where the feathers on these wings are. So like where would these stripes be, you know? Where would these stripes show up? If I were a feather, where would I stripe? Where would I have a stripe? You know, like if I if I was a feather, what would I be doing? This looks like I'm writing some kind of insane scribbling, but you know, it's feathers. You can tell it's feathers by the way that it is. And don't worry, I have a plan. Don't worry, guys. Newt has a plan. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. And then it seems like it gradients into this sort of lighter color. So then I'm gonna do that. And it all just gets pulled together. Yep. All according to plan. There we go. And that's a bird. And I have to do the entire other wing. But, you know, it might be somewhere in the limbo between cult, polycule, and child soldier farm / magic school. There's not one set. There's not a one set authoritarian leader. Like Charles calls a lot of the shots, but also trusts others' judgments on missions and those in the moment. And who's in the moment. They also don't specifically isolate the X-Men from society. True. Bigots in the universe do that themselves. But you'll find that with any minority group. Very true and very real. Thank you for your input. I knew that you would have an actual argument, whereas I can only go based on vibes. Not that I argue that they are a cult, mind you. That would be insane. I just think it would be funny. I just thought it would be funny to bring up the argument. There we go. So we're a civil rights group rather than a cult. Wait, you mean that the X-Men is like some kind of metaphor? No. No, the X-Men have never been a metaphor for anything. No! No! Not the X-Men! Side note, that's a joke, by the way. For anyone who didn't get it, that was a joke. Because the X-Men have always been a metaphor. Bitches were born a metaphor. A metaphor what? Yep. Okay. There's the wings. And then the tail seems to be pretty much the same. So we're gonna go in with around the sides like this. And then erase right there. And then we're gonna go in with the G pen. And we're gonna Fiddling like this. There we go. Like that. And just a little bit of a fade to the lighter color at the bottom. Just a little bit. And then because this one's so distinct in its gradient, I'm just going to go back in with this and kind of put that in. There we go. Nice. Something, the gay thoughts can't catch me if I run away joke, but it's bigots running from the allegories in media. Yeah, it is very funny to me every time I see a homophobe playing Marvel Rivals. I'm like, right. I have bad news for you. I'm sorry to break it to you, bro, but half these characters are in fact gay. You can't hide from it. They are gay. You're gay. No. But still, yeah. Like, I just, there's just so many. There we go. Okay, so we have this guy. All of that for that. Yay! One character down! Not really, I'm not done yet, by the way. Just thought you might want to know I'm not done yet with this character. First of all, he does need teeth back. There we go. And then we can do a little bit of blushing, because that is important to keep a character looking alive. There we go. And then this character has a bunch of scars up their arm. So we're going to draw those in. And we're going to use a border effect. Kind of do these borders here, again, just to kind of shorthand them. Yay, shorthanding! There we go. There we go. It's like a couple of these go all the way across, so we'll just do that. And it kind of goes all the way up to the shoulder, so just fill those in. And do that. There we go. And now we'll do the other arm. There we go. Just drawing scars upon scars. You know how it is. It works really well at this scale because the outline just like looks so perfect for this. Yeah, there we go. Makes everything a lot easier for me. I just noticed he has like a little band around his ankle. Hold on. We're gonna cheat again. We're gonna use our border effect one more time because I don't want to add this to my line art and all that jazz. So we're just gonna do this. Oops. Oops. Turn this off. There we go. And then we'll turn down the border size. And no one knows that I forgot to draw that. Yay! Yippee! Yay! I never forget anything ever. Yay! toenails. Or I guess these would be claws, not toenails. That's different, technically. Because nails and claws are different because claws come out of the bone, whereas nails come out of the skin, question mark? You know, they're like on top of the skin, whereas claws are like coming out of the bone, like a dog, you know? There we go. And no claws on that one, but there's like a little tip to his beak here. Yeah, okay. Now I'm gonna go in and I'm going to take a slightly like orangier version of his like talon color here. Hi! Hi! Hi, Chrome! Did you just get back and look at what I'm drawing? Welcome. There we go. I also just noticed that this has been accidentally colored in. Maybe. There we go. It does look fabulous. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And just like that. Okay. I think that's pretty good. The outfit, the uniform does have some darker blue detailing to it. So let's go ahead and draw that in as well. And then I think I'll do maybe an overlay layer over everything to do the shading on. It'd probably be easier for me to do it not like this, but this is how I'm gonna decide to do it because sometimes this is easier and sometimes it's not. I think in this case, it might be easier overall. Okay, that definitely helped to bring things together. This is clawsome, thank you. Good use of claws, because we were just talking about claws. Get it? Get it? Okay. I also want to add a little bit of a gradient to the wings here, I think to make them look a little bit less flat here. I'm just gonna take oops. Lock that opacity. Just give them a little shading up at the top, I think. There we go. That helps make them look a little bit less flat. I have a crush on you and those wings look sick. Thank you. Thank you. I think my wing shorthanding does come in handy a lot. I am very used to drawing wings at this point. I did go through like a bird person phase. A person. Yeah. Also over on this canvas, I'm going to very quickly set up my multiply color because I do not want to have to go find this color every single time. So I'm taking just kind of a very medium gray purple color, and that's going to be our shading color here. It's kind of the default one for me. Just kind of like this medium purple color. There's a lot of different colors you can use to shade with. Purples and blues tend to be the most popular. I would recommend against using gray to shade at any point. Like this looks gray, but it's technically not gray. So I'm going to kind of block in all of these shadows first. And we can reuse the line art that we have referenced, right? Or not because I'm in, I don't know why it's not working. Anyways, we'll just continue with this. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of go in and fill in where all the shadows would be. Also to help separate things that are behind the character and the things that are in front of the character. There we go. There we go. And then all of this is going to be behind the character as well. Burson? The bird. Oh, right. Bird person. Yes. The Burson. The bird person. There we go. And then sort of the chest area here. Because the one thing that can become difficult when doing shading like this is you can't really stay in the lines as easily. So you do have to kind of slow down a little bit to do that. Make sure that like everything is not going over the lines and stuff like that. I'm gonna turn this over here for a second just to see if I can't. Yeah, I think it needed to be in the same like folder or something like that. So we're just gonna kind of fill in all of that, and then I think I'll just fill in the whole tail as well. There we go. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay, now this can go back on top and back onto the where it was before. Be nice and clipped from the rest of the thing. New D&D character just dropped. Aarakocra named Burson. Yeah, my name is Burson. It's short for bird person. Yeah. Yeah, I did actually choose it myself. I am transgender. They're transgender, by the way. I've decided this just now. Because it's funny if their name is Burson, but it's even funnier if they named themselves Burson. You know what I mean? Like, you could have chosen anything. You could have chosen anything in the world to go by, and you chose Burson? Burson? Burson short for bird person? Okay. Right. There we go. And there's some basic shading, just real basic. Then we're gonna go in with the eraser once we have our basic shading in, and we're going to kind of smooth out a little bit of this. Make it a little bit more deep. Oh my god, this is a new addition to the playlist. Dude, makes me blow the fuck up. There we go. There's someone meowing in my chat. Mods, can you get the meowing guy in my chat? Who the fuck is meowing? Hi, Kenna. Meow. 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 Me when I see my favorite characters. Meow. Not my lover, not even a friend. I think I'm gonna do just a little bit more shading on this hair because it does still look really flat. So I think adding in a little bit of shading here and there, I think will definitely add to it. There we go. That's good. And then we will also have another layer on top that is an add glow layer. And I think this one is going to be sort of an orangey color. Something like that, I think. that's probably good. Yeah. Me when I see Toralei from Monster High. Yeah. Guy that looks like the brat character that is a brat because of hashtag problems. Hey, I don't know if we'd be calling out Chrome like that. Shit. Bro's getting a fucking call out post in chat. There we go. Just kind of adding a little bit of atmosphere to this character who's supposed to be like in the sky, you know? So we're doing kind of like the sun reflecting off of the higher parts of their form here. Kind of like that. And then I'll go back in with my eraser and kind of clean these up a little bit. There we go. Just clean up some of the overflow just a little bit. And then do I want defined hair? Yeah, I think I do. I think I'll just put a little bit of highlights in the hair. There we go. And then use, again, my eraser. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to go in with one of my blur tools. This is so fucked. It's okay. You can literally look at all the characters I like and be like, I know what you are. I feel that. I feel like a lot of the characters that I like, you look at them and you're like, right. Right. I see. You know? Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I think that's might be this character done. You know, I say that and then immediately go to add more, but felt like it needed just a little bit more shading on these legs. Because that's kind of where the focus is on the character, you know? And they're basically scales, so they're going to reflect light a little bit. Kind of like that, and then eraser. There we go. When are you going to finish Deltarune? I think I was going to play it a little bit this week. Usually Saturday is when I do story-based games. Storytime Saturday, obviously. Because I need to get to chapter 4 already. I'm not even close to chapter 5, which just came out. We're still on chapter 4, for fuck's sake. Or sorry, chapter 3, for fuck's sake. Like, shit, we need to pull ourselves together. By ourselves, I do mean me. I know. I know it's just me. There we go. Okay, so there's our first character all done. Yay! Woohoo! We got 1 out of 16. Yay! Woo! Oliver found you because of Deltarune. That's so fun. I do want to continue it at some point. There we go. Oh, this is the wrong sketch. There we go. Here's the sketch of everyone. So there's where we are so far. Newt's version of a quick sketch is so fucking awesome. You know, I never said that this one was going to be fast, I suppose. Quick stretch. I did hope that we would get more than one character done today, but it's already 9:50. So I think I'll do one more, or at least start one more. You did lined and shaded in 2 hours. Less than 2 hours. Probably more like an hour ish. An hour and a half, actually. Probably. That's probably closer to true. Bro's insane. Yes. I'm crazy. Okay, guys. Who do I want to do next? I guess we should just start at the top and go down, so we'll get all the flyers out of the way. This one is the Bat Lady. Here we go. This one right here. Echo. Micro braids, never got more piercings, lost remaining eyesight, added eye protection, able to hear heartbeats without touching. Sonic screech at different frequencies. Fun. Stronger flight abilities. So, okay. They are going to be flying over top of the whole battlefield. So fun. I'm horrible at drawing Batman, so I'm going to draw Batman, then proceed to draw the most beautiful Alfred fan art ever. Yeah! Alfred, please. This one is Raptor. Yes, I already have these characters memorized. This one is Echo. So first we're going to start with our little sketch for Echo, so we can figure out what the fuck she's up to. Oops. There we go. So with her, I wanted her to have kind of like a little bit of more of a graceful flight. So thankfully she's got this big headpiece that covers up half her face, so that's gonna make drawing way easier. And I think she's not gonna be doing a sonic screech or anything. She's just gonna be like kind of looking at the battle. She's observing. She's trying to like figure out where to make her move, you know. She's not gonna go in and sonic screech because there's so many people there, you know. It might ruin someone else's move, you know. But she's a big bat and has big bat ears, so maybe she can look out for someone, you know. If someone falls, someone's got to swoop in to pick them up, you know? And then they're kind of very up and then up again. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. The ear is up and then up. And then around like this. And then this is the X here. And so then it goes like this. She's got earrings. Then this ear is going to be turned slightly away. And now as for her body, we've got kind of torso, hips, right? And then leg forward, leg backward. Okay. So leg and leg, and then foot. Because I want this to be a very like in-flight kind of pose, but I've never drawn that before. Oh god, maybe a bit of a commissioner too. Big Gordon. Big Gordon. Big Gordon. That's what everyone calls him, right, guys? Guys, everyone calls him Big Gordon. If you're reading this, I'm already gone. This is so sad. Okay, so her arms are normal length, so I am gonna have to edit basically how I drew these arms. Thank you. Thank you, Newt. Wonderful insight. Another incredible insight from Dreamy Newt. So we're gonna kind of edit where her wings are because her wings are her arms. So that changes a lot of stuff. Yeah. If it's up, then it's up. If it's up, then it's stuck. So her body's kind of twisting. And then we've got fingies, so hands go here. And then fingies out this way. Because bats' wings are basically fingies. So, you ever wondered what holds the bat webbing together? Fingies. The answer is fingies. So we're gonna make the fingies, and then the membrane. Like that. Yeah, that works. And thingy. Thingy. Actually, you know what? I just want to kind of copy and paste the other arm. Because I feel like that will help make it look as symmetrical as possible. Rather than me trying to pull some shit. Flip that. Turn it. And then figure out where. Because, like, do I want them to be about the same length up? Yeah, probably. That looks good. And then just to edit this one slightly so they're not perfectly even. There we go. Wonderful, wonderful. And then this goes to the back. And I feel like that's gonna have to be how the feet are. I don't know how to draw this pose. I'm scared. Like, because she's supposed to be like flying overhead. Let's see here. I think I just need to redo basically the entire pose from the body down. Hello? Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I forgot I need to merge these and then copy it. There we go. So now we're going to take this body and delete it so that I can try again. Flying puppy. Oh, I love bats so much. So we have torso. And then I want the hips to be kind of like they're behind the torso. I don't know how else to put it. This one's a little bit tough with the posing. Man, my lasso tool has been annoying me lately. Kind of want it to be like this, right? So with that action line in mind, no, that doesn't look good either. Ignore the fact that she looks like a mermaid for a minute. I'm just blocking shit in. Because I do want her legs basically to be together as if she's, you know, flying very smoothly. So in order to get that, I guess that kind of makes sense. Kind of. Oh my god. Guys, am I crazy for this one? How does this pose feel? I think she needs one leg down. To kind of ground the pose, but like, no matter how I do it, it's gonna look like a fucking acrobat. Acrobat? Right. She is a bat, but... Oh, you know what it is? I think this leg needs to be in front of the other. So... kind of like that. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, 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 okay. We've got something, we've got something. We've got something. I just need to pull it all together. Like this. There we go. And then these like that. There we go. There we go. And then her hair is just gonna kind of be like not really seen because it's behind her. I'll have to go find another reference of her to see how long her hair is, but it doesn't look like it's like too crazy long. Ugh. We're gonna put a pause on this character. I think I'm gonna come back to this one because I don't like where I'm going with this pose. And so I think I'm gonna have to reevaluate it and come back. Because I want it to look like she's flying in, you know? But does that make sense? I don't know. Where are my superhero artists at? Where are my superhero artists at? Does that make sense? It's what I want. That's the pose that I want her to have. And she does need to be bigger. There we go. So that's gonna be her. And then where's my super suit? Where is my super suit? Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? And then this one's gonna be Omen. Great thoughts, Coda. I couldn't agree more. Coda, another big W with that one. Another super guy that's just kind of up here. Typical flyers, right, guys? Oh my god. Typical flyers. This one's got little wing ears, so that's cute. Okay, this one's got... the fuck have I done? What the fuck have I done? I miss Bartholomew. This your guys' way trying to get me to stop stream. I'll stop stream eventually. One day, I will stop drawing. Huh! Thank you. Thank you, babe. I didn't realize you were still here. Hi! Oh my god. Thank you for the gift sub. Took me a long time to find those words. Sorry about that. But thank you. Okay, we're gonna get the body of this one in. This one's gonna have a little bit nicer of a like form of their character because this one's kind of in the foreground, whereas the rest of these are kind of on the same level as the Sentinel. Yeah. There we go. So they've got kind of these chunky boots, so I kind of want them to have big bottom heavy legs for their big chunky bird boots. They've got like, yeah. And those are kind of like that. There we go. Sweats at the 90 gifted subs to this channel. Right. I'm gonna get you. I'm going to get you. I've also realized that I'd never linked my Artfight profile, so there's my Artfight if anyone wants it. There we go. In case anyone wants to attack me. The insane guy. Guess what? It's basically the same name as any other of my social medias. Yeah, okay. You can hear my brain making calculations rapidly. I want this face to just look a little bit more square. It was a little too pointy before. There we go. And then we have our shoulder here. And all of this is going to be covered like that. There we go. Be gone. Goodbye, arms. We didn't need you. And then the shirt is kind of tucked into a sort of 3 split here. What the fuck is going on with this figure? Every time I rotate, I feel like I'm insane and this looks bad. What is going on? There we go. I have a weird tendency to give like very weak shoulders to my characters as I'm drawing. I don't know what it is. Weak shoulders and weak hips. I also feel like this knee is too far down now that I look at it. So we'll fix that. Yes, I use the transform tool a lot, especially when I'm posing. It helps. It helps a lot. Yeah. Something like that. My wrist is starting to hurt, so I'll probably call it after I finish this additional sketch here. My hands are my elbows have been bothering me quite a bit lately, unfortunately. But I promised my partner I would not push myself, even for Artfight. So I will not. I will not push myself past where I feel is comfortable. And then, of course, more wings. These ones are going to be kind of to the back and a lot more, like, fluffy than the other one. And, of course, fluffy hair. There we go. Okay. Excellent. There's a couple additional sketches to this layout here. But we did get one character completely done. So now that I know how I want to do the rest of the characters, I think it'll go pretty smoothly from here. It'll just be me kind of chipping away at this as I go. A little bit here and there. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Don't worry, I did save. I did save it as well. I've been trying to keep on that. I'm paying attention. I'm saving often. Don't worry. Let's see here. Is there anyone else doing Artfight right now? Is Patchwork Goblin doing Artfight? Yes. Looks like they're doing some kind of Artfight related something or another. So we're gonna send you to more art. Patchwork Goblin. There we go. I hope you guys have a lovely afternoon. I will be back on Saturday. I think I'd like to continue working on Deltarune. It's been a while since we've done Deltarune, but you know, maybe we can get a little bit of Deltarune done. I think that would be fun. And if not Deltarune, then maybe Phoenix Wright. I've been wanting to play both of those lately, so it's been tough to choose. For now, I will see you all later. I hope you guys have a good rest. And again, if you are doing Artfight and you'd like to follow me, please feel free to do so. My link is right there. Good night, everyone. Sweet dreams. I'll see you all in your nightmares. And take care of yourself. Good night. Bye.